Hi there, this is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine, still here at EternalCon 2015. I'm here at NYZ's Apocalypse booth, and I'm here with Pete, who is the owner or co-owner? Okay, owner. Okay, he's the owner. Usually I'm running in a lot of family-owned businesses here. Pete's going to tell us about what NYZ's Apocalypse is all about. As you can tell in the background, if you can see, there's a zombie being made up. Now, this is going to be great. You guys are going to love this. And he's holding this fantastic looking rifle right about now. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Cool. I bet you guys wonder if that's an airsoft and everything. Pete will tell you what it is. With that, here is Pete. Once he puts the rifle down.
Do you want to hold it or just talk into it? So, again, my name's Pete. I'm the owner of NYZ Apocalypse. What we do here is we try to create the most realistic, theatrical survival experience that we could possibly create. We don't hold any punches. We give it to you as raw as possible. Rather than sitting on a couch and watching a movie, or sitting on the couch and playing a video game, or watching a TV show, you get to come down here and live it. You're going to be put in some very awkward situations. Nobody here is your friend. Nobody here is going to give a damn about you 10 minutes after they send you down there into the elevator, because you're probably going to die anyway. But with that said, we promise you the most realistic experience you'll ever find in terms of a survival zombie experience. What we start off doing is an introduction to the prison, a little bit of backstory. We move you into next to kin paperwork, so we know where to send your ashes to. We fit you out for a couple body bags if need be. And then we'll teach you some safety stuff to know down there, some helpful hints that might save your life. We'll also teach you how to use our weapons. And then after that, you're on your own. We put you in the elevator, we take you down, and we kick you out. Your goal is to fight from one checkpoint to the next, hopefully finding any survivors that are down there. You only have 150 rounds in your gun, and yes, you will need to reload your weapon from each checkpoint to checkpoint. If you run out of ammo before you get there, you better hope the person next to you doesn't shoot you in the leg and leave your ass to die. Now, that being said, I just want to touch base on the gun a little bit that we have here. The gun is a full metal, full weighted M4. The gun has recoil. It also has sound to it. This is not airsoft. This is actually a high-end military-grade laser tag rifle. But it takes laser tag to a whole new level. You're going to be able to have functioning parts. You'll be able to cock the gun. You'll be able to eject the mag. You'll be able to choose from semi-auto and 3-shot burst, telescoping stock, and vertical grips and lasers on the weapons and silencers. These silencers are actually made out of rubber because we try to protect people's teeth. Hopefully you guys get to go home still looking pretty. But while you're here with us, so a couple of things that we add to the show to really push you guys over the edge. We try to hit all 5 of your senses. We're going to give you the right sights. We're going to give you some good feel. You're going to hear some things, and then you're going to be able to smell some really nasty stuff. We pump the smell of dead bodies into the morgue and throughout the facility. When you hit the bathrooms and you smell human waste, but then maybe you wander your way into a kitchen and smell some rotten old food, or a laundry room, and you might get the smell of like bounce sheets. And sense and taste are smell and taste are so close together, they might as well be the same thing. So we really try to hit all 5 of your senses. We give you a safety blanket to help protect you, and then we take it away when you run out of ammo, and hopefully you're not standing in a puddle and it's not raining after that. But ultimately, like I said, we really want to push you guys into a very uncomfortable place. Nobody's really, as much as we think we're ready for the zombie apocalypse, we really want to find out if you can actually handle it. We turn men into little boys, and we really push people into awkward places, and they're not ready for that kind of, horror and fear of seeing 40, 50 people running and sprinting at them trying to kill them. So try to give you guys the best thing we possibly can, and hopefully you guys feel we live up to it.
Now, you say that you have the rifles right here. Do you also have handguns?
We don't have handguns. When we first initially went to open, we did have handguns. The downside to the handguns, they're only going to get 15 shots in a magazine. You get 3 reloads with the mag before you have to discard it, so that's 45 total. A rifle like this will get you a maximum of 150 shots, so that's about 3 times as much as what you'd get with a pistol. When we first designed the attraction, we thought our zombies would attack people, or customers would see about 100 to 125 zombie attacks throughout the full show. Instead, they're seeing roughly 300 to 500 attacks. So you could see where the ammo disparity really becomes a problem for the customers. So we did get rid of the pistols. I know a lot of people would love it. They're incredibly realistic. They have a lot of kick. But they're hard to use and they're really not practical for the type of show we ended up being happy with.
What were the pistols that you guys made?
The ones that we use are actually replicas of a real firearm. They're replicas of like a Glock. Not any particular model, probably closer to a 17, but they're very, very, very similar. They have actually the same amount, roughly about 80% of the kick of a 9mm Glock. So they're very close to the real thing, as close as anybody else has ever simulated for a gun like that. But yeah, that's the pistol right there.
Now you said that you don't use airsoft. And this is a laser tag, but how is it registered on the zombies when you hit them?
Sure. So when you come down, because this is all laser, there's no protective gear needed on your end. You can show up wearing anything you want. We don't recommend any kind of heels or open-toed shoes. But beyond that, what you are going to do to the zombie is you're going to pull the trigger, and a laser is going to come out of the front of the gun. And of course, the only way to kill a zombie is to take the head off or destroy the brain or whatever it is. So we have small sensors that actually worked into the makeup and put into a band that the zombies will wear. So when you shoot them in the head, it will register that it's been a headshot. Otherwise, like any good actor, if you shoot them in the leg, they might blow out a leg. You shoot them in the shoulder, they're going to blow back a shoulder. Maybe you hit them in the leg enough that they trip, they stumble, they fall, and now they're crawling on the ground after you, waiting for little Susie to walk over and put the rifle to his head and kill him. So there's everybody is paid to give you the best show we can possibly do for you, and all these actors are there just to give you the most realistic experience.
Now, are you planning on expanding out of, because you said you're in Deer Park, are you planning on expanding out of Deer Park and taking it anywhere else, like in New York City, like using maybe warehouses in New York City, or, you know, do you also do like parties for kids?
So we are planning on expanding. We're coming up to our first year, our 1 year anniversary, June 20th. Things have been really successful. We've seen almost 50,000 customers for our first year. And reviews have been great, so we've been very happy, and we are looking to expand. We think this is truly meant to be something that is, you know, in a high populated area. Long Island worked great for us, but we'd like to be in the middle of Manhattan. We'll go right to Times Square, and then maybe somewhere else, maybe another state, and it'd be really nice. We got very in-depth with our storyline with NYZ. There's a lot of backstory that you guys find out when you come down here, and we would love to be able to continue that story across the country. When you come to NYZ, you're actually coming to the Apollo prison. It's a name that has a background to it. There's a full story that goes along with it. And maybe there's other Apollo facilities, research facilities, or whatever they might be spread out across the country. And maybe one day somebody will uncover those underground facilities, and you know, you might have them in other states. Now, as far as parties go, we do have a full lounge for adults. We have beer, wine, steaks, shrimp cocktails, you name it. It's a full restaurant. For the kids, if you guys want to host a private event, we do have private rooms. You can actually have a closed door event where there's nobody else around, or you can just hang out in our lounge and enjoy a couple pies of pizza and some nice big TVs to hang out while you wait. As far as parties go, generally what your best bet is just to host it in the lounge or in the private room. But when you need to go through the facility, everybody's always broken down into a maximum group size of 5. Minimum is 3, maximum is 5. So if you come with 12 people, you'll be split into 3 groups of 4. And that's the safest way for us to do it, so that it's not a fire hazard and so that you guys actually get a good show. More than 5, it kind of becomes awkward. It's too many people crammed into a room. Less than 3, it's actually very, very tough. And it's hard to do with 2 people trying to beat off 300 to 500 people for an hour duration, you know? So it's very intense as far as how that goes, and that's why we keep the groups that size.
Now, how much does that cost to host one of these events?
Sure. So tickets start at $35, and that's for the full 45 to 50-minute show. We do have one more package upgrade for you that'll bring you to $40, so it's an additional $5. And what that will do is take your gun, and actually from this gun here, what we would remove the stock from the gun and we would make it a little bit shorter. It actually helps a lot to have a shorter weapon because you're in a close quarter facility, and when you're crammed in there with 3 to 5 people, it's nice to have a little bit more maneuverability. Then we also would add this vertical grip and this laser to the gun. So you're paying for accessories, and the laser is going to be visible. You're actually going to be able to see the red dot projected on the zombie that you're shooting at. So it helps you for some quick aim from the hip when you're spinning around and somebody's jumping out of a jail cell trying to get you. It's going to be able to really help you maneuver and acquire your target much quicker.
Now, will there be any more weapons being made for the game here, or what?
So, as far as the weaponry that comes out, we actually purchase these from a company that produces them. They decide what they make, and then we use them we make them fit into our facility. As far as I know, they have a ton of new weapons coming out, shotguns, grenades, things like that. And as soon as those become available and they become live, we would be more than happy to offer those at our facility. I personally can't wait for them. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, pointing a shotgun down a hallway and taking out 3 or 4 in one shot. So it'll be a good time. But yeah, they will be available. I'm not sure when, how long the wait's really going to be, but as soon as they are, promise you guys they'll be right up in front and center in the show.
And where again are you guys located at?
We are in Deer Park, Long Island. We're right in the middle of the island. We're still in Suffolk County. Exit 52 off the expressway. It's fairly easy to get to. It's about an hour from the city. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a lot of good social media accounts. When you guys come down here, you guys get to take a nice photo at the end of the attraction with some zombies, and all those photos get posted up to our Facebook account for free. And you guys can take them, share them, like them with whoever you want, and just make a nice collection of them, give them out to your family and friends. And they're all on high res. We try to give you guys something really nice to show the world that you survived.
All right, Pete. Well, thank you. Pete from NYZ Apocalypse. And I'm here, Roderick Paulus from Toy Master Video Magazine, here for EternalCon 2015 at the Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York. With that, catch you guys later. Adios.